50 years from now or in the future, Africa as a continent will be a much better place to live. Why do I think so? Africa right now is the global powerhouse for agriculture, food production, supply, organically grown foods. Africa has that advantage at present. And when you're talking about food security, I don't think Africa have anything to worry about in terms of food security in the next 50 years, 100 years, or in the future. Because the soil is so fertile. The soil is still very fertile. And scientists are saying Europe will lose that capacity to be able to grow food, to meet up with the population. Even as much as Europe is trying to deploy chemicals, PFA chemicals, and we have ultra-processed food, they're doing everything possible to advance the food growth technology, but Europe is not going to be able to compete with Africa in the future. This is because Europe has been advancing in such a way that they have emissions at a staggering rate. The emission in Europe is just too high. Not just Europe, United States, East Europe, some part of the Middle East. The rate at which they're advancing and damaging, the waste that the damages are causing as a result of that advanced technological advancement or growth or structural advancement is going to impact massively on them. And this will make food production, growth, and agriculture collapse in the future. Africa is not going to have that problem because Africa is not advancing at the rate at which the rest of the world are advancing, which is Europe, Middle East, Eastern Europe, you have America. The rate at which they are advancing, these people will suffer. They will suffer the consequences of their advanced society, advanced technology. These consequences would be massive. Whereas Africa, on the other hand, will now be leading the forefront when in terms of food production, will lead the forefront in terms of feeding the rest of the world. Because there are areas of land in Africa that has not even been explored. There is no research, there is no biological experiments. You don't have things pumped in the cloud to mess up the rainfall that comes to the soil. There's so many things that's not been done in Africa. And this is why Africa will be in a stronger position which they can leverage for the future and say, we would supply you food and everything, but in return, we want this. Let's wait and see what the future holds.